Appliance wholesale. Appliance Wholesalers Plus are the playmakers in the appliance business. Need new appliances? Then stop by their showroom and save money and buy right from the distributors at AWP. They are open to the public across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. And stay tuned for the AWP maker of the
senior for the night is number 1, Spencer Wilcock. Spencer's here with his dad, David Wilcock, and his mom, Emily Wilcock. Spencer is a hard-working and consistently seeking to improve, especially as a hitter. He will simply remember playing baseball at D Hills. Next year, Spencer plans to serve a mission for his church. Spencer says, "I would like to thank my parents and coaches." Let's hear it for Spencer Wilcock, number 1. Next senior is number 2, Cole DeCastro. Cole's here with his mom, Rebecca, and his dad, Arnold. One of Cole's favorite memories of his Thunder baseball career was playing the 13-inning game against Crimson Cliffs on senior night last year. Cole plans to enroll in school at the College of Southern Idaho, where he will play for their baseball team. Cole says, "I would like to thank my friends and family for everything and how far I've come today.
All right, so is the
I would
satellite
like to thank
playing
my
right
mom,
now?
who
Like just the
absolutely
normal
works
stuff?
her butt off every day to make sure I'm taken care of.
Okay.
She does all she
It
can to
should
be there for me, and I'm just so proud of all she's accomplished.
You don't need.
And all around, she's just the perfect mom. Thanks, Mom. I
Oh,
love
you don't need to do that yet.
I would like to thank my dad. I don't know how he does
Yeah,
what he
so
does.
monitor
He
in
just
one.
flat out never
for
stops.
right, I would just say
Whether
always
it's for
monitor
his job,
in
for
one.
me,
Right now,
his
you don't need to
family,
keep
or
playing ads,
anybody.
by the way.
Forever, he has done
Okay, so
anything
that
and
ad break just
everything for
hit.
those he
In
loves.
one, you should be
He does
hearing
everything possible to keep
should
me
be hearing
happy,
some sort of
healthy,
an ad.
and just a better person. Thank you, Dad.
Okay,
I love you.
so when do you see right now how it says like 2 minutes
I would
and
like to
40
thank my sister
seconds
for helping
or
me get
whatever?
where I am today. She has always
so
been
when
there for
that
me and
hits
always will be.
0,
I couldn't be more
play
proud
that
of her.
music
I love you,
bed,
Mom,
GOTW.
Dad, and Kenna. Thank you for everything.
And then when
I
that,
want to thank all my
so when
coaches
that
that helped me
happens,
get where I
as
am
soon
today.
as soon as
And a
that ad
special
begins,
thanks
if you
to
start
Jim
playing the
Price,
music
my
bed,
first coach since
I'm
the beginning of it
gonna hop
all.
on the mic.
Without him, probably would have never even played baseball and be wrestling and playing football. He's taught me so much, and I wouldn't be where I am without him today. Thank you, Jim.
Yes. Yep.
Number 2, Cole DeCastro.
Yep, and just right now you're just gonna sit tight. And then
Next
once that
senior is
breaks
number
over, you
5,
got about 2
Kyler
minutes
Terry.
left. Once that's done, just fire off that music bed. I'll start talking, and then just
Kyler is
slowly
here
drive
with
that
Lindsay,
music
his mom, and Wade, his stepdad, Steve, his
Yep,
dad,
I'll be
and
bar.
Tiffany, his
And then-
stepmom.
and
Kyler
then-
will remember making lifelong friends
You hear
while
the
playing
button bar,
baseball
you'll
for
be able
D
to hear me,
Hills,
then
here
we
at
go to an
Body,
ad break.
and
If
then
you didn't
pursuing his
remember, if we go to an ad
businesses
break
after his
for the
mission.
national anthem, it's gonna
Kyler says, "I want to
play
thank my
ads,
parents and all my family members.
I'll
Thank
just
you
send
to
you a
every
text
single one of my
when
coaches I've
you
had
come back,
throughout my
okay?
years of playing, the fans,
So,
my teachers, my teammates
otherwise,
for always
just stick
supporting
to
me,
a 1
and
minute long
Mark
ad break. If I don't
Musgrove."
specify, just do a minute long ad break. Cool. All right, I will hop on in about
Number
a
7,
minute.
Seth Wells.
Yep.
Seth's here with his mom, Shanna, and dad, Spencer. One Thunder baseball memory that stands out to Seth is the all-sports competition practice held in the gym on a rainy day this spring. Seth plans to serve a mission next year in Cincinnati, Ohio. Seth says, "I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me and also my coaches over the years of my baseball career."
At their office, 287 North Bluff Street, or order online at DixieDirectCard.com.
Got to get a Dixie Direct card.
Experience the ultimate tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Don't miss Fleetwood Nick's USA, one of the nation's most recognized tribute shows, live at the Rock Bowl at Sand Hollow Resort on Saturday, May 13th. Get ready to sing along to all of your favorite Fleetwood Mac hits, including Dreams, Go Your Own Way, and Rhiannon. Fleetwood Nick's USA brings the magic of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham to life on stage. Don't miss this unforgettable evening of music and nostalgia. Get your tickets now, sandhollowresorts.com, for Fleetwood Nick's USA at the Rock Bowl, May 13th. Tickets at sandhollowresorts.com.
welcome into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week here on the Fan Sports Network. Today's matchup is between the Dixie Flyers and the Desert Hills Thunder over here at Desert Hills High School. Caden Formaster with you on the broadcast. Alongside me is Jackson Turley. Jackson, welcome in. One of our newer broadcasters now.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked to be out here. I've done a little bit in the past, but it's my first one this year and excited to get after it.
Yeah, happy to have you here. Now, if you're just tuning in, of course, on the radio side of things, we're hopping in to the senior night festivities over here at Desert Hills High School. We started the stream a little early, so those that wanted to watch the senior night happen, it's happening right now. So again, senior night happening tonight over here at Desert Hills High School, and those senior players being recognized right now, and themselves, their parents, everybody out there on the field. So we want to congratulate them on a great season and their future, whether it be in baseball or in other places. I know a lot of these guys have some big plans with high school wrapping up here in just a little bit. They're just a few short weeks away. So with that said, we have Landon Musgrave, the last senior to be recognized here tonight. But something fun that they're going to be doing tonight here, Jackson. They're having the players and the parents get to throw out the first pitch to their player. So we're going to have 6 first pitches here tonight, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess 7, right? 7, 8, however many there are.
Yeah, and then, we got a lot of parents out there, so I don't know if they're all throwing or if it's just going to be the moms, probably.
I don't know. I was talking to Mark about it earlier today, since his son's a senior out there, and he said, I really want to throw out the first pitch, but I'm sure his mom also wants to throw out the first pitch, so I don't know. He said maybe we'll make him take that decision, so I guess we'll see. So,
you think Mark's going to put it in there for a strike?
If he's up there throwing, he's throwing at a ball. Yeah. No. Macy, though, should throw a strike.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So as we hop on in, it's going to be, again, it might be a little bit delayed start. I know they're going to try to get things done on time here as we're getting ready for that first pitch from the parents. I don't know. Mark's out there warming up, so I guess he is throwing one.
Oh, yeah. He's getting the arm all loose.
They're letting the dads do it. All the women are like, yeah, you guys got to prove yourselves, right? Oh, he threw it down the pipe. All of them did pretty good job there.
Right down the middle. None to the backstop. If you had asked me right before, I would have said that we were getting at least one to the backstop, but.
No, they did a pretty good job. So congrats again to all the seniors for making it through this year of baseball and through their high school careers. Some of them moving on to college careers in baseball, some of them going off on missions, some of them going off to college to pursue other things. And either way, a lot of these guys are definitely on the road to success in life right now. So again, one more time, congrats to all of them. Dixie hosted their senior night on Tuesday. Right now, Hurricane as well is going to be hosting a senior night. Cedar had their senior day, we'll call it, earlier today. So yeah, congrats to all of them again. But as we hop on into it, we are getting into our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. They're making your house a home for the last 48 years. Now let's get into it. We have our Findlay Subaru pregame show here. And Findlay Subaru, they work hard to be active in the community. They've received the 2022 Subaru Love Promise Customer and Community Commitment Award. And you can reserve your new Subaru at Findlay Subaru. All right, now Jackson, I know that you have been able to catch a little bit of baseball here or there. Dixie is one of the 3 teams, if we start with our visiting Dixie Flyers, they're one of the 3 teams in the region right now that had been fighting for the top spot in region. Going to come up just a little short here as Snow Canyon, Crimson Cliffs are both on that road to success. Dixie's right there with them.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Dixie's always been and always has had a great baseball program. It seems like they're always in the mix to being one of the top teams, definitely in the region. And when you're one of the top teams in Region 10, it seems like you're one of the top teams in the state as well, considering how good of a baseball region we have down here in St. George. And so it doesn't surprise me to see Dixie at the top once again this year.
Yeah, not at all. They've had a very successful season so far, and I'm sure that they will have some success in the playoffs. After tonight, we will be getting the playoff matchups. So tomorrow, make sure to be checking your social medias, and if you haven't already, be sure to follow the Fan Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where once those are announced. We're going to be sharing those on our social medias, so just keep following those pages, and we'll have a decent idea. Now, Dixie is in that spot where, yes, they are going to start with the home field advantage for sure. Desert Hills also going to be a part of that home field advantage side of 4A, but that doesn't mean that it's a gimme through the first rounds of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always hard to tell, especially with only having the 2 regions in 4A this year. You never know how those teams up north are going to be coming down after a long bus ride, playing down here in the warm weather. Probably their first look at this warm of weather that they've had all year. It's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to make for a lot of fun first-round playoff matchups.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because throughout the first half of the season, all of preseason really, throughout all of preseason, even a part of region play, one of the big storylines was the fact that the schools north of Washington County really were covered in snow. All of their fields were covered in snow. They didn't have a chance to get on the field, and we talk about the weather here, right, being such a nice place to play some baseball, but it hasn't even really warmed up here. Tonight's a jacket weather night for us over here at Thunderfield.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for us St. George natives, it's jacket weather. I guarantee if we get one of those Cache Valley schools down here, they'd be here in a t-shirt and some shorts, flip-flops, and they'd feel just comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what the weather does bring, especially for those teams that do have to travel up north if they run into some warmer weather or not, and that does mean, hey, if it's warmer weather up north, it could be really warm weather down here, and that could also play factors, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's always interesting, especially with the 2 regions being at the very top and bottom of the state, to see how that weather does factor into the playoffs and later on in the state tournament.
Let's get on into our pitching matchup tonight. For the Desert Hills Thunder, starting things off, is going to be Titan Tate, and for Dixie is going to be Kaysen Bell. So both of these guys have had plenty of reps up there on the mound. Kaysen Bell, I would dare say, might be one of the best aces that we have in maybe all of 4A.
Yeah, you would have to argue he'd be one of the top pitchers in the state, especially in 4A. But looking at his numbers, he has a .34 ERA, 6-0 this year in 7 appearances, 6 games started, 3 complete games, which really just helps Dixie not have to use a lot of those guys out of the bullpen.
Now, you didn't say 1.3.
No,
0.34.
Yeah, 40.
That's impressive.
Yeah, unreal. 41 innings pitched and only 2 earned runs over those 41 innings, which is just unheard of. And we have a lot of great pitchers that have came through this region, and that's up there with the best of them right there.
Yeah, that's a banana stat right there. It's insane. So I expect to see the same thing going on tonight, where the Thunder are going to have to really try to make contact, because Kaysen Bell is just that kind of pitcher where it's tough to get contact off of him. But then he also has a great defense backing him up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have athletes all over the board, starting behind the plate with Ridge Erickson, BYU commit, or one of the best defensive catchers in the region, if not the whole state.
Yeah, he's a solid catcher back there, been there for a while. He was great last year in that spot. And then you have some good bats as well from Dixie. Boston Vest is one of those that last year was kind of the up-and-comer, right? And we knew he would be. He has it in his genes. We saw it from his brother. And then again, it's no different with Boston now through last year and even this year. He's continued to show that he can play ball. Yeah, Boston's been playing great this year. He has 26 runs scored, 29 hits. Out of those 29 hits, 14 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run on the year. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets one out tonight. Only 1 home run on the year, a little bit shorter of a Thunder field, wind blowing out. We'll see how that factors in for the Dixie lineup. Yeah, that's one of the things too tonight, is we'll see what happens with the wind as a factor. So it's going to be interesting to see how the matchup goes tonight. I know that maybe the ranking would slightly go towards Dixie here, but Desert Hills played really well on Tuesday. So we're going to take a break. National anthem coming up right now. So once the national national anthem is wrapped up, we'll be right back here to Thunder Field on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
In right field, number 20.
Welcome back into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week as we are wrapping up the Findlay Subaru pregame show, and we want to get things rolling here with our House of Jump starting lineup.
Down at the hot corner, number
We're going to start
Tyler Terry.
with the Dixie Flyers.
Reed, second baseman.
They're going to be up to bat first. Starting up is going to be Braxton Yates playing in left field. Number 2 up is going to be Boston Vest playing shortstop, followed by Max Orton at second base. Blake Watson is batting DH.
Number 14,
Ridge Erickson at catcher. Cooper Bartholomew over at first base. Trace Franco in center field. Batting 8th, Logan Levitt, third base. Case and Bell rounding out the lineup at pitcher, and then Isaac Zepf in right field. That's your lineup for Dixie. For the Desert Hills Thunder, starting it off would be Jace Fillmore. He's over on second base. Kyler Terry on third. Hagan Reed, shortstop. Bo Wall on first base. Seth Wells out in center field. Cooper Clough in left field. Landon Musgrave in right. Corbin Thompson, catcher, and Spencer Wilcock at DH. That's your lineup here for the Desert Hills Thunder. And we are just about ready to get underway with the ball game here over at Thunderfield. Last game of the season before we get into the playoffs. And I know a lot of these teams are kind of just ready for the playoffs. It could be a long season at times, and I think they're just ready to get into the fun part of the season.
Yeah, especially with the RPI, the new system, with all the teams making the playoffs, it makes the regular season a little bit less meaningful. I'm very excited for the playoffs.
Titan Tate on the mound, starting things off here for the Thunder. Starts it off with a ball. It's a 1-0 count here to Braxton Yates. Push the hands out there. Didn't quite get the swing. It's 1-1. Good pitch there by Tate. Make it 2-1.
Up, went 3 straight fastballs to start off the game. A little curveball in there, caught the outside of the plate.
So 2-2 count, time called. Yates steps out of the Buck Brand Beef batter's box. If you want some fresh beef, those are the guys to call Buck Brand Beef. Outside. And he's worked this count full. So Titan Tate up against Braxton Yates here on a full count. The pitch fouled away. That was a good pitch right down the middle. Sent it. You got to swing at those too when they're close.
Oh yeah,
that full count.
3 full count. The ideal at bat for a leadoff hitter if he can find a way to get on here. Show the dugout a couple pitches from this new pitcher they haven't seen yet this year.
Pitches outside, walked him. Never want to walk your first batter of the inning.
No, definitely not. It was a great at-bat there by Yates getting on, brought on the full count walk. But now we have the dangerous Boston Vest coming up to the plate. And I think this is a big, this first inning is going to be big to see how the rest of the game goes. Dixie, obviously coming off the win on Tuesday night, going to set the tones, see what Desert Hills can do about it.
Yeah, Boston Vest, the wind's kind of blowing in now from that right field pole. So He'd have to kind of hit this one oppo if he wants to take it with the wind. Good curveball in there for strike one.
Yeah, the flag's kind of twirling because right before the anthem, it seemed like it was blowing more out the left field. Now it's blowing in more to the first base dugout.
Yeah, the wind doesn't know what it wants to do yet. Again, runner on first, no outs. Second pitch a little high, and it's a 1-1 count now to Boston Best. Tate set, looks back to first, doesn't even throw over, just wanted to scare Yates a little bit.
Now Dixie's bench is yelling because they think he didn't throw the ball. Don't know if he stepped off the back of the rubber or just did the old-fashioned move to first. They're calling for a balk. Doesn't look like the umpires are going to give it to him. Looks like he stepped off the back of the rubber.
Yeah, he did take that step. I agree with the umpires on this one. But hey, if you're a coach, you fight for those when you can, because it just makes the umpires look next time. They'll look a little harder.
Tough task, right?
So 1-1 count the pitch. Again, he got that breaking ball.
Yeah, good pitches, a couple of pitches to open off the at-bat for Tate right there. A couple breaking balls down the inside bottom corner right there.
And that's one thing Tate has is he's got some pretty good movement when that breaks.
Yeah, good off-speed pitches so far coming out the gate. Even threw one in there last at-bat on Yates that caught the edge of the corner.
Here's the pitch, outside.
That one gets a little bit too far outside on that one.
Yeah, tried to get some heat in there, but pushed a little too far out, which I don't mind the idea of pushing on that outside corner. He's been throwing some inside breaking balls. Again, another inside breaking ball popped up in the air, headed towards shallow right. Musgrave's there to make the grab.
And one out on the inning.
Now batting
Good job by Tate there to battle up, get Boston out. Cooper, his brother's
Little
playing
brother.
at BYU right now. Busy season for the Vest family, having Cooper be playing up at BYU, Boston down here at Dixie. Probably makes for a lot of travel and a lot of following game changer.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cooper was down here not too long ago. This one's sent into center field. Back on it. And making the grab, sending Yates back over to first. So that is now 2 outs.
Good job by Tate there after the opening walk to get 2 quick outs there. As Blake Watson comes up to the plate. Speaking about brothers, his older brother Luke played for Desert Hills back in his day, so a little bit of a family rivalry here, you could say.
Yeah, for sure. Seth Wells with the grab out in center for out number 2. If they can get out of this inning with walking the first batter, that'd be huge. Hopefully that's not a broadcaster's jinx, so we'll knock on wood for that one.
Another good breaking ball there by Tate to open off the at-bat.
Yeah, again, he's got that dialed in right in that perfect spot where it looks like it's heading just a little inside and breaks right at the right spot.
Goes back to it again.
Yeah,
that one a little bit low. Great uniform matchup here, by the way. Desert Hills in their all whites, Dixie in their powder blue tops, white pants.
Runner goes, throw down. Not there in time. Runner gets to second. Puts him in scoring position now with 2 outs. The count of 1-2. As that pitch was a strike, so.
Great job by Yates there, getting in scoring position. 2 outs, the second strike on the batter. Base hit scores you here, you'd like to think, into the outfield.
Well hit, third base line, stays fair. That's going to bring a runner around from second into score. An easy double for Blake Watson.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Blake Watson. He hits that curveball we've been talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, pulls it right down the left field line. Kyler Terry just barely gets out of his reach, goes right over third base, and good stand-up double there for Blake Watson.
Brings up Ridge Erickson, catcher here for the Dixie Flyers. Batting 5th in the lineup. He's got a runner on second, 2 outs. Tate takes some time to look over at second base and is telling Blake Watson, hey, I got an eye on you.
Yeah, you see Jace Fillmore flash his hand right there. Traditionally, that means it's a wheel pick right there, kind of an on-call call.
This one's sent back to left. It's going to be in foul territory and nearly out of play, but either way could not get over to it, so it's a foul ball. Make it a count of 0-1.
Yeah, going back to that double by Watson, we talked about that stolen base that Yates had right there. Because of that stolen base, he was able to score standing up without a throw there on Watson's double. Or if he was still on first, it could have been a bang-bang play at home. Who knows if they would have got that run across the board.
Tate checks the runner over second. The pitch. Got it in there. 0-2 count now for Ridge Erickson. He's got to protect that plate as much as possible, but keep a close eye on anything that's a little errant outside of the zone.
Yeah, good pitch there by Tate, coming in at 83 miles per hour out on the outside corner.
You kind of got lucky over here right next to the
yeah, we got the pocket radar
right next to the radar
set up. Another 83 coming in right there.
Outside there for first ball of the at-bat.
And with as many breaking balls as Tate's throwing, that 83 is coming in a lot, looking like it's a lot harder.
It's a solid 83. Off the end of the bat, shallow left. It's going to get right into the glove. I thought it might drop.
I know, that kind of got lost in the sun right there. I thought it was going to drop in there too, but good catch made by the left fielder, Cooper Clough.
So that brings up the end of the top of the first inning. We'll have the bottom of the first when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network. Appliance Wholesalers Plus are the playmakers in the appliance business. Need new appliances? Then stop by their showroom and save money and buy right from
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit Adams Wealth.
fastball is a little bit more elevated. Coming in at 90 miles per hour isn't easy to hit, but that's definitely one he might want back in that 3-1 count, hitter's count.
Full count. They look over to the runner at first. He's back there safely.
Terry does have 5 stolen bases on the year. He could be a threat here.
And that's going to send a runner over to first.
They check him, and he does not go.
Now hitting first baseman number 3, Bo.
Good at bat there by Hagen Reed. Gets up 3-0. Kaysen Bell battles back and then just fights off a breaking ball that was in the dirt. He almost swung, check swung. Dixie thinks he went, but the umpires say no. And now we have first and second with 1 out, and Bo Wall coming to the plate.
Bo Wall playing first here for the Thunder tonight. Runner on first and second. This is a spot that Kaysen Bell doesn't normally see himself in with 1 out and 2 runners on. And it's a ball.
Yeah, only 13 walks on the year coming into this game, and he already has 1 in the first inning.
Single, yeah. But even that, he's not letting a lot of guys hit either, you know. He's one of these pitchers that doesn't allow a very large on-base percentage.
Yeah, only 17 hits on the year, 13 walks.
Make that now 18 and 14. Hit over to third. They're trying to get that double play, and they do. Hit over to third, stepped on the back, threw it over to first in time for a double play to round out the inning. So, with that, Desert Hills remains scoreless on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Dixie with 1. They have a chance to put more on the board coming up next here in the top of the second inning. Don't go anywhere here on the Fan Sports Network.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend. Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News
Proud sponsor,
today.
Region 10 Athletics.
Here we go to the top of the second inning. Dixie back up. Cooper Bartholomew stepping up to the plate, facing off against Titan Tate for the Thunder. And Tate with the first pitch. A little outside, ball 1.
Got a packed house here tonight at Thunder Field. You got fans pretty much taking up all the stands. You got fans up on the back concourse at Desert Hills. I think you see one guy out in left field even watching the game from right there. So there you go.
Might as well. 1-1 count, swung on, missed. Pitch sent into the gap. It's going to go into left field. He rounds first and stays right there for an easy single.
Yeah, good swing there by Bartholomew. Just hits a nice line drive through the 5-6 hole, and Flyers get their leadoff batter on base once again.
That brings up Trace Franco, center field for the Flyers. It's a vulnerable position to be in with no outs and a runner on first. We saw that obviously in the last inning where that runner was able to come back around and score. Outside.
Starts him off with the breaking ball there. Seen a lot of breaking balls from Tate so far in the inning, first inning and the first batter we've seen in the second inning.
Pitch fouled away.
Yeah, Trace Franco hitting .295 on the year, has 14 runs scored and 18 hits for the Flyers this year.
You look over to first, he's back down.
Good move there by Tate.
I don't think I've seen a successful pickoff yet this year, though.
All year, really.
It's been pretty good from the runner's side of it.
Yeah, that's a coach's dream from the batters coach.
Yeah. Ball again, so it's 2-1.
Especially getting that leadoff guy on. There's nothing worse than getting a base runner picked off with no outs, getting a little bit more momentum after that double play last inning.
Runner goes, and he bobbled it. It was low and in the dirt and just couldn't quite pull it back up in. So runner's safe over to second.
Looks like that could have been a hit and run there on that play. It was a breaking ball deep in the dirt. Usually a pitch that you wouldn't see Franco swinging at, and with the break that the runner got, it looks like that could have been a hit and run there with no outs.
Yeah. So it's a 2-2 count. Runner on second. No outs. Tate with the pitch. Fouled away. So stays alive with the 2-2.
The sun's finally starting to go down there in left field. Got a nice cloud coverage for us right here. Us sitting behind home plate. You get a lot of sun right here.
That's for sure. Outside. Works the count full.
Good stop there by Thompson, getting all the way over into that left-handed batter's box to make that stop.
And got him swinging.
4 straight curveballs there to end the at-bat to Franco. He did a good job of just fighting them off, but then that last one just got in there on the hands and got one out down from the Thunder.
So the 1 out, 1 runner on second. Logan Levitt will come up. He's playing third.
Made that nice play to end the inning in the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, great double play. Ball hit perfectly for him, too, where he was headed already towards the bag and steps on the bag, throws it to first for the easy second out.
Yeah, and good job by Bell in the bottom half of the first to get out of that. You could tell he was struggling with the command a little bit, and, I mean, pitcher's best friend's a nice tailor-made double play. Get out of the inning.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Softball field's going to get a surprise over there.
Oh man, they get their fair share of souvenirs over there on the softball field, where these fields are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Right down the first base line.
For those listening on radio, don't forget that you can watch the action live over on the fansportsnetwork.com. Head to the Region 10 tab. As this one's hit again through that 5-6 gap, it's going to send a runner to third. He's going to hold up right there and hold up at first as well. So runner advances a bag, but able to get in on it is Cooper Clough and keep the runners from scoring.
Yeah, good job by their Clough out and left to get the ball in quick. That was one that hung up a little bit as a runner on second. You don't know if the shortstop's quite going to get there, if third baseman might catch that one. Weird angle being out there on second base, and now the Flyers have guys on first and third with 1 out here in the top of the second.
Kaysen Bell now will step up to the plate. We're still looking for our Bin Blasters blast of the game. Any big hits? We'll be handing out some awards at the end of the game. That one is fouled away. Again, another souvenir for softball, maybe.
Yeah, and we talk about Bell on the mound as he's had an unbelievable year so far, but he's quietly hitting .400 for the Flyers in 36 plate appearances, 25 at-bats. But he's really started coming on at the end of the year as a batter, not only just the pitcher that we all know him as.
Outside. It's a 1-1 count now to Kaysen Bell. Again, he's got a runner on first and third. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in this at-bat that runner from first thinks about trying for second, bring that runner on from third. There he goes. And is he there in time? And the run comes in to score. Man, do I feel
right
like
on cue.
Bit of a prophetic experience right there, huh?
Yeah, right on cue. And the Thunder just elect to throw all the way down. They get the runner going to second, but on the throw, Cooper Bartholomew's able to take home, and so we traded out for a run right there. And I mean, this early in the game, it's always interesting to see what the coaches elect to go to with the first and third defense, whether they decide to steal, give up the runner, do a stop short steal. This early in the game, I think that makes sense for both teams, trading out for a run if you're the Thunder. But with Dixie, I mean, now you have a 2-0 lead, top of the second, and an ideal start.
Kaysen Bell is going to be facing off against a 1-2 count now with 2 outs.
Good throw there by Corbin Thompson behind the plate, too. Great pick by Hagen Reed. Gets the runner out at second. He tried to spin and get the runner out at home, but it was just a step or two too late.
Here's the pitch from Tate. Down the middle, it's going to go right through the gap at first and second, rolling to right field, and Kaysen Bell gets on with an easy single.
Like I said, Kaysen Bell, we know him on the mound, but there's another great hit for him. They just punch it through the 3-4 hole and ups the average from 400.
And that's when I wish that second base would squeeze over just a little bit. You don't have to bring on a full-blown shift, of course, but right as he swung, he started headed towards the second base bag, and he's running away from the ball. So in that scenario, bring it over just a little bit more. But you know, you never know with that kind of a scenario what you're going to get with a right-handed batter who hits it opposite over to the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Or to the right side, I should say.
And with all these fans in the crowd, you have a lot of different colors from that second base angle. Sometimes it's hard to read it right off the bat, especially where that one, it wasn't hit super hard, but it was hit like in the perfect placement to where first baseman couldn't quite get it, and neither could second.
So now runner on first. Back to the top of the lineup here, Braxton Yates. The pitch inside. It's ball one.
Yeah, Yates with that great at bat to start off the game, came around and scored for Dixie's first run. Starts off with a ball in this second at bat.
Just about the same pitch. Another one inside.
Yeah, I mean, Dixie, I mean, you see a lot of alumni and having their brothers, and it's really family ties over at Dixie with Braxton Yates, his brother. You see a lot of brothers that have played at Dixie and now are currently playing as well.
And again, another ball, 3-0. And the pitch gets in there for a strike. Keep it alive here. 3-1 count.
Good pitch there by Tate to battle back. You got 3 straight balls, put one in there. Now you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Dixie here looking for a rally stop, 2-out rally. See if they can continue to push guys along the bases here. Oh, and he got him looking. That's a full count now. He already started heading off towards first base, but it's a full count.
And Dixie is letting them hear it. There's been a couple of calls that have been on the fence, and you don't really know which way they're going to go, and it seems like the majority of them thus far has gone towards Desert Hills way, as you can hear from the Dixie dugout.
Swung on, headed towards second, takes a bad hop. It's going to go into right field. The runner stumbles on his way to third. He's tagged. Got him.
Got him. Good play there by Landon Musgrave. Like you said, took a weird hop on Jace Fillmore right there. It was bouncing big, kind of just died right there on the dirt, but then Landon Musgrave was able to make it up and throw a dart to third base to get the runner.
So that brings up the bottom of the second. When we come back here on the Fan Sports Network, stick around.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Welcome back in to our Boulevard Home Game of the Week here on the Fan Sports Network as we head into the bottom of the second inning, where Seth Wells will be getting us started here shortly. Score on the Wilkeson's House Lighting scoreboard is 2-0 in favor of the Flyers. Able to get one run in the top of the first and one again in the top of the second. Desert Hills didn't get anything going in the first. See if Seth Wells can start something off here against Case and Bell.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Bell bounces back. Obviously, he threw the 0 up on the scoreboard in the bottom of the first, but you could tell his command just wasn't there. He was missing low a little bit, but now it might be something with the mound. It might just be something coming out senior night. You've had a long wait kind of between your warm-up and actually getting up on the mound, and so we'll see how he dials in here in the second inning.
Here's the pitch. A little high in the zone, ball one.
And the velocity's there. If Bell can get it in the zone, that one came in at 90 miles per hour. One of the top in the region.
This time a little lower in the zone, but he gets it across for strike one.
Yeah, Wells hitting 378 on the year, senior.
Pitch. A little outside, but still throwing that 90 mile an hour.
Yeah, he's bringing it. You can tell he feels good, and he's missing low. It's where you want to miss, but we'll see if he can bring it up just a hair.
Swung on and missed for that one.
And right on cue.
So 2-2 count now to Seth Wells, leading off here in the bottom of the second. And got him swinging for strike three.
Now hitting left fielder number 4.
Yeah, you could tell Bell had a lot better command right there on that at-bat. Came in with 3 straight fastballs to strike Wells out. We got Clough coming up to the plate. Clough's been having a pretty solid year for the Thunder. Made a great play to get the ball in left field last inning to stop the runner at third. Set up that first and third play where they threw the runner out at second.
First pitch fouled away. Foul ball is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Cache Valley Bank, Mountains await. Bell doesn't like that ball, so he decides to throw it away.
Get it out of there. Get it out of there. As a pitcher, that's something that it's so crazy, but the little things like of how the ball feels, how the mound feels, it's crazy how big of a difference that can make.
Absolutely. Right up the handle of the bat, sends it foul, rolling just past the third base line.
Yeah, that one looked like a changeup there. I bet Clough would love to have that one back. It would kind of up in on the hands, right where you would want it as the batter, but just fought it off there on the handle.
Next one, sent about the same spot. Coach Cave over there getting a workout.
There you go, Coach Cave. Get showing off the hands down there. And that dude does it all. He was on the mic for the senior night ceremony. He's coaching. He's making plays down the third base line. Teaching in the day.
Yeah.
Does it all.
Do a little bit of everything. Here's the pitch. Inside. Caught right down at the feet of Cooper Clough. 1-2 count. Next pitch again, sent foul. So Clough stays alive with 1-2.
It'll be interesting to see how Desert Hills battles back after Dixie putting the 2 spot on him. Obviously, lost the game on Tuesday. They got their backs against the wall right before the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see with the Dixie ace on the mound how Desert Hills can fight back here. Still very early on, but these are the innings that really matter.
Absolutely. Pitch sent again, foul. He's just a little early on these swings here. This is 4th foul ball in a row.
Yeah, all down the left field side too. That one looked like a changeup again. That was just up in on the hands. And that one as a hitter looks the best pitch that you can get is a nice changeup, especially with a guy with Bell throwing 90 plus. See a changeup coming in at the hands. Salivate over that.
Good eye there by Cooper Clough. Takes it back. Now it's a 2-2 count. Sun just peeking over the mountains over there, getting ready to set on us at Thunder Field. Again, low. Clough has worked this count full.
Good at bat by Clough here. Like I said, 4 foul balls, battles it back to get full count. And the payoff pitch.
Here's Bell. Low, he walks him. Great at bat by Clough.
And the dugout is letting them hear it. That was a great at bat by Clough, and it's great. It's fun to see the momentum and see each dugout being very animated so far, only here in the 2nd inning.
Absolutely. Landon Musgrave next up at bat here.
Yeah, Musgrave, another guy who we saw him on Tuesday night on the mound for the Thunder. One of those that's known for his pitching, but he's having a great year at the plate too, hitting .378 with 4 doubles.
First pitch low. So the runner on first, 1 out.
Bell's still struggling with his command so far.
Yeah, the velo's there. Swung on again, another pitch that right there at the bottom of the zone. So you take your chances swinging at that one.
Yeah, and we see Bell's struggling with his command as he has 2 strikeouts and no runs earned on him. But just compared to what we've seen throughout the year.
What we're used to, yeah.
What we're used to, you can definitely tell.
Low, called strike. It's a 1-2 count now against Musgrave. Here's the pitch. Works it now to a 2-2 count.
Clough on first has 6 stolen bases on the year. We could see
sends this one well foul.
See an attempt here, but with Ridge Erickson behind the plate, I wouldn't expect it. He's, like I said, we've been talking about him all night. He's one of the best defensive catchers in the state, let alone our region.
Musgrave saying, give me a different bat. I don't want it. Give me something different.
Yeah, it looks like, I wonder if that one looked like it was fouled off, maybe hit on the handle, could have.
Maybe it damaged the bat,
yeah.
Who knows?
It's not good news for Mark. That's an expensive foul ball right there.
Well, and I'm sure, you know, Landon just barely sent over his first home run a couple games ago against Pineview with that same bat. So this one hit down foul down the first base line. Yeah, the way he threw that towards the dugout was in a very unhappy way for sure.
It was almost like he instantly knew right off that swing something was up with that bat.
Yeah. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Low, worked it full.
The Thunder having great at-bats here off Case and Bell. Obviously doesn't have his stuff 100% dialed in right now, but the Thunder, give him credit. Watching those breaking balls fall low is very impressive.
Well hit into the left center gap. Is it getting down? It does. It's going to bring a runner across, and they're going to send him home. The play at the plate's going to be there in plenty of time. Got him.
Great relay there by the Dixie Flyers to get that ball in. Cooper Clough tries to score from first base. Great hit by Musgrave with the double, but perfect relay there. Boston Vest throws a one-hopper in there to Ridge Erickson, and they get to cut down the runner at the plate trying to score.
You know, that was one of those where you know what this Dixie defense can do. You maybe just hold up that runner at third.
Yeah, it's one of those calls as a coach where you send him and he scores and it's a great call. Everyone loves it, but then when a play like that happens, you also get the finger pointed at you for the blame. But can't blame Coach K for getting aggressive this early on. Desert Hills, like we said, has had great at-bats against Bell so far, but I'm sure that's one he'd like to have back after seeing the end result.
Especially with a catcher like Erickson, you know that he's the kind of guy that can make that play. Ridge is, again, as you've mentioned, one of the best catchers that we have in the region, if not in the state. Packed house here tonight, though, on this senior night. Both sides, both the Dixie and the Desert Hills sides, are definitely full.
Oh, yeah. A lot bigger crowd than we had Tuesday night, you can already tell. Senior night probably has a lot to do with that, as well as just Friday night. The weather's not too crazy hot, and it's a great night for a ball game.
So this is Corbin Thompson up to bat. First pitch comes in inside, and it's a 1-0 count. This one a little low again, looking to pick up that runner at second. He's going to stay at second as the throw is overthrown and into center.
Yeah, tries to get him on the back pick there with 2 outs, but the ball just sails right. You could tell it just went over the right side of the plate. Second baseman overran it, trying to cover back on to second base, and just luckily the center fielder was right there backing up, and Musgrave couldn't advance to third.
And I don't blame him for making that throw. Musgrave's got a solid leadoff. I mean, he's halfway to third. Yeah, that one tipped away.
Playing very aggressively out there, but I mean, you love to see it, especially being on second base after seeing what just happened with Clough getting cut down at home. You want to make sure you're scoring, no doubt, on a base hit right here.
Here's the pitch. It's low. 3-1.
Big at bat here for the Thunder, seeing if they can get this run across. Cut the lead down to 1 here in the second inning.
And walked him. That'll put a runner on now first and second. Third walk of the night as well.
Hitter number 1, Spencer Wilcox.
Talked about how Kaysen Bell doesn't have a lot of walks, but he's got 3 in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, that just goes back to what we were saying about the command. You can tell he just doesn't have his normal stuff as he's had all year. Still has a 0 on the board, and danger right here. First and second, 2 outs. Base hit will likely score 1. Ball in the gap, we could possibly score another. But after seeing that Dixie relay a couple of plays ago, it's not a guarantee.
Spencer Wilcox steps up. Looking for that throw down at second. He's back safely.
That throw a lot more on target there by Ridge, right on the left side of the bag, exactly where you want it as a shortstop or a second baseman covering that. But Musgrave gets off far, but he makes sure he gets back in time.
Well, the one thing Musgrave's doing is he's seeing, hey, no one's standing on the bag, right? So he's like, if I can outrun the shortstop back to the bag, then that's all that matters, and I'm good. Low to Wilcox. It's a 1-1 count. That first pitch on the throw down to second was a strike. So up on the Wilkinson's house lighting scoreboard, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here at the bottom of the second. That pitch caught the bottom.
Yeah, and you see Vest back there pounding his glove a little bit, trying to keep Musgrave close. But with 2 outs, you know a base hit scores the runner pretty much, like 99% of the time the runner from second is going to score. So you give up a little bit of a lead to get better defensive positioning here with 2 outs. So that ball just misses a little bit low.
Yeah, Spencer Wilcox now facing a 2-2 count. Runner on first and second. Again, Dixie leading this one 2-0. Again, low, full count. Keeping it alive here.
Big at bat here for the seniors. Spencer Wilcox in the DH position.
Check that runner over at second again. Musgrave gets back on over there.
Musgrave's really making him think about him out there. We've seen 2 back picks. There's a wrap move right there to try to keep him close. We got 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be moving on this play.
And I like it. They're making the defense think. Runners go. And he walks him anyway, so full bases.
Second baseman number 21.
Bringing up Jace Fillmore back to the start of the lineup here.
Yeah, Jace Fillmore already has 20 RBIs on the year, 11 doubles out of his 28 hits, and no bigger moment than right now here, bottom of the second.
Yeah, base hit right here. Could be sending in a couple runs. It's a big moment for sure here for the leadoff batter, Jace Fillmore.
Fillmore grounded out on the first pitch of the game earlier in the game.
A well hit, but it is going to go foul and out of play.
Swinging first pitch again. You can tell he likes what he sees with Bell. I mean, Bell does. He throws a hard fastball, but if it's there in the zone, Fillmore's not afraid to attack it.
So with that foul ball, 0-1 count. 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch is behind the batter. Ooh. You know, you talk about his control being off, but I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that from Bell.
Yeah, that looked like a breaking ball. Just got away from him. Almost hit the bat of Fillmore right there.
Hey, can you give credit to Erickson, though? If that goes behind him, that's a run scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play there by Erickson to bring that one back in.
Hit again over down the third baseline.
The only pitch Fillmore hasn't swung at so far this game is that one that was behind him. He's
the one that was behind his head.
He likes what he sees from Bell. We'll see if he can capitalize here with the 1-2 count. I wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking ball right here after the swings Fillmore's had on the fastball from Bell.
It's a good count right now for Case and Bell. High. Didn't come around. He thought about it. He wanted to make that swing. He thought about it.
And that's the one that looks really good as a hitter, especially where you've already seen your fair share of fastballs this game. That one comes in right at your eyes, but good job of Fillmore from holding back on that one.
And if you're Bell, throw him a little garbage on a 1-2 count. See if he'll chase it. He's been swinging at everything. You might as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, good pitch by Case, and it's right what they wanted.
Another one fouled away. Stay alive.
Good at bat here by Fillmore. We got 2-2, 2 outs. 2-0 ball game in the second inning. Twos are wild.
Yeah, this could make it a very interesting ball game here. If he gets contact on it and sends it into play, we could see ourselves in a 2-2 ball game. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count.
Great pitch there by Bell. Just barely misses off the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, it was about a 4 or 5 inches offside the plate, just a little bit. The Dixie crowd doesn't like it, but from our vantage point, it was definitely outside.
3-2 runners are going.
Low, walk to run in. Well, make it three runs scored that he's allowed in all season long now.
Yeah, great at bat there by Fillmore. You can tell a lot of emotion already in this game. 2-1, 2 outs, got the bases loaded again. Fillmore, after that walk, kind of throws his bat over and gets his dugout fired up.
As they should be. This is a pitcher that you don't see sending runs in like this, especially loading up the bases. I mean, this is a very unique situation right now for Dixie. So a little bit of a meeting going on at the mound. And I'm sure it's just a quick pep talk just to say, hey, you got this. Just throw some strikes, pitch to contact, and we'll get out of the inning.
Yeah, and you can tell there's a lot of emotion in this game, having it be senior night for the Desert Hills team right here. We have Case and Bell coming in from Dixie, who has only allowed 3 earned runs all year, only 2 coming into the game. And so that's just something that you always want to rise to the occasion, especially on your senior night as Desert Hills. But that's cool to see a sophomore like Jace Fillmore knowing how much it means to his seniors after that walk, getting them fired up in the dugout.
Absolutely. They're definitely using this break to their advantage. Still out on the mound. The umpire's going to come out and say, hey, guys, let's wrap it up. We've said it before, but the crowd we have here tonight, I mean, it's kind of standing room only right now. I mean, plenty of people bringing over their lawn chairs and whatnot, but the stands themselves are very full.
Yeah, and people just keep piling in. I mean, we got 8:30, about an hour after game time. Having senior night started a little bit late, but we're only here in the second inning. We've had about an hour of gameplay so far. Beautiful night for a ball game, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now third baseman, number 5, Kyler Terry.
So Kyler Terry now will step up to the Buck Brand Beef batter's box. If you want some fresh homegrown beef here in Southern Utah, out in Kanab, call this number, 435-644-2825, or email buckbrand@gmail.com. They take custom orders for whatever you want. Yeah. Anything beef related, it's good stuff.
Terry's a guy who comes up with a lot of power in his swing. He has 2 home runs on the year, 2 triples, 4 doubles, and none could be bigger than this one right here.
Ooh, it sends it foul, but it goes over and hits him on the feet.
That's a great example of just having baseball IQ with the little things, because that's one where the runner right there, he's in foul territory to where it makes it where he gets hit by the ball right there, doesn't matter. But if he's in fair territory, that's an automatic out and the inning ends.
Yeah.
So just great job by the runner right there, focusing on the little things, getting outside of the baseline right there.
Hit into right field. The catch is not made. It falls out of the glove. That sends in 1 run. 2 runs will score. It's an RBI double on an error out in right field.
Great swing there by Terry. Goes with the pitch, fastball outside, just hits a line drive right over the first baseman's head. Right fielder tries to get to it, makes a diving effort, but just hits off his mitt. And now the Desert Hills Thunder are ahead 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. I know it's early, but that could end up being the Bin Blasters' blast of the game. Thus far, coming from Mr. Bin Blasters himself.
You know, we gave him our Bin Blaster blast of the game back on Friday. Ball into the front of the plate there, so starting off right now with a... Did they call that a strike?
I think he might have called it late. I think he might have called it late.
Down about in the same spot. It's really low in the zone. He's calling them strikes tonight.
Another one low on Hagen Reed right there.
They're just dropping.
Yeah, it's the second at bat that they've started Reed off with a curveball.
Here's the pitch, low.
Good job by Erickson there to keep it in front, save a run. And that's not easy to get down there and block. I mean, now it's second nature for a guy like Rigg who's been catching his whole life, but that's not easy to get down there and block a 90-mile-per-hour pitch that's coming right at your chest.
It's intimidating, that's for sure. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first, runner on third. It's 3-2 ball game now, Desert Hills. Well hit into the gap, it'll send in a run. RBI single for Hagen Reed.
Good piece of hitting there by Hagen. Just sits on a curveball right there, catches too much of the play, and he just punches it through the 5-6 hole. Not hit super hard, but with Bell bringing the heat, and he just puts a little barrel on it and gets right through. First and second. Now we got a 4-2 lead for the Thunder.
Coming back up to the plate is Bo Wall. His last at-bat, he rounded off the first inning, sending it to third, and that double play over there made by Levitt rounded off the inning. So.
Yeah, same situation here. Got 2 outs this time, but guys on first and second here for Wall to capitalize.
Throwing outside, back pick. He's going to get a runner to pickle. They're going to chase him down. He says he got him. The umpire says they got him.
Hey, third time's the charm there for Ridge Erickson. He tries to backpick Musgrave twice at second base in that inning, and on that one he gets Reed on the backpick to first.
Well, a strange way to round out the second inning, but that'll keep Bo Wall in the back pocket for the next one. So with that, we head to the third inning here on the Fan Sports Network. The score 4-2, Thunder lead.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City. Here we go into the third inning, leading off for the Flyers. Back to the kind of the top of the lineup, Boston Vest. We'll get things started here. He's going to take the first one for a strike.
You got to feel good here if you're going out of the last inning down 2-0, coming back up 4-2, get to pitch with the lead here to the top of the Flyers lineup.
Second one fouled away, so quick 0-2 count now to Boston Vest.
Good off-speed pitch by Tate. Gets right in the bottom of the zone and gets Vest just to foul it off for strike 2.
Here's the pitch. Popped up. We got 3 guys trying to zone in on it, and And he makes a play over there at first base.
Good play there by Bo Wall. That's one of those ones that's just kind of in the Bermuda Triangle is what we call it. You practice those at practice all the time between the second baseman, first baseman, and right fielder. And it's usually not the first baseman making that play, so great play there by Bode.
Yeah, usually your outfielder is the one that's going to just come in on it. He'll have the better read, but yeah, hats off to Bo Wall making the play. So 1 out, nobody on here. The score 4-2 on that Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Good pitch, but better hit.
Hitting 462 on the year, 21 RBIs, 24 hits, and that's his 6th double on the year. Junior for Dixie, really being an X factor so far in their season heading into the playoffs.
Now hitting designated hitter number 10, Blake.
That'll bring up Blake Watson.
And that's one of those where it's weird to say, but you'd almost rather have that as Tate to go right at the batter and have him tip your cap and get a nice double off you versus going in and getting a walk after getting that first batter out.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, got him in there for a strike.
Great pitch there by Tate, just throwing that breaking ball, curves right on the inside part of the plate right there.
One here to Watson. Another one.
Another one, yeah, just dropped right in there. 0-2 now for Watson. Gonna have to make an adjustment here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go right back to that pitch.
Yeah, you got to protect that plate here in this scenario, swing at anything close. Ooh.
Good spot there.
That's one of those that as a batter, you're probably thinking, ooh, I'm glad I left that one alone, but that was close.
Yeah, that's one, yeah, great spot there by Tate. That's probably exactly where the Desert Hills wanted it with an 0-2 count. Don't give him anything good to hit there, but.
Swung on, this one's popped up in foul territory. Can he get to it? Bo Wall gets under it for the catch. And able to keep the runner from going as well. Beautiful play by Bo Wall.
Yeah, another athletic play there by Bo, this time in foul territory. Going back out like a receiver to go get that one, and heads up play to get it in quick because Orton was tagging up there with the ball in foul territory, but gets it in a laser to Kyler and got 2 outs now.
Now remember, we got to keep our eye out for some good defensive plays, brought to you by Morgan Pest Control. We've had a solid double play from the Flyers. This one's fouled away for a beginning count of 0-1 here to Ridge Erickson.
Yeah, and good job from Tate coming out here and just going right at these batters, knowing you have the lead 4-2. Your offense is looking good behind you. Defense has been making plays.
It's well hit left field. It bounces in. Runner's going to come around. Can he get there to score? And he will. So it's a double, RBI double for Ridge Erickson.
Yeah, and good piece of hitting right there. Breaking ball, he just pokes it right over the shortstop's head, and with 2 outs, the runner on second, he's going the whole way. Doesn't even have to look to see if that ball's going to get down, get caught. Good throw there by Cooper Clough, but just going to be a step late as Kyler Terry cuts it off and gets it to second base.
So 4-3 now. Dixie tightens up that score just a little bit more here in the top of the third.
Yeah, and you knew Dixie wasn't going to go away, especially only being in the 3rd inning. You know they're a team full of fighters.
Here's the pitch. This one, Hopper over to third. He'll make the play over to first. And it's there in time and on target. That's out number 3.
Another good play there by Wall. Picking that one up, helping his third baseman out right there for the 3rd out.
So with that, the score now 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here on the Fan Sports Network. We'll see you on the other side in just 1 minute.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend. Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George
Your
News
birthday
today.
package, houseofjump.com. Use discount code PARTY for 20% off. houseofjump.com.
So Desert Hills puts up 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Dixie answers back with a single run. It is now 4-3 where Desert Hills leads, and they will be back up to the plate here. See if they can get a little bit more damage on that scoreboard in the third inning. Bo Wall will be back up to the plate. Wasn't able to finish his last at-bat, so give him a fresh, clean slate. See what he can do.
Yeah, and good defensive inning there by Bo Wall. Makes a couple of good plays at first base. And now he's up to bat. Let's get this momentum back for Desert Hills. It'll be interesting to see what Dixie decides to do with Bell. He's at 60 pitches through 2 innings already, and obviously this game's very important, but in the grand scheme of things, you're going into the playoffs. You have your guy right here, your ace, that you want to have fresh, ready for the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how long they stick with Bell.
Yeah, and just here through his warm-ups, he's pitching around that mid-80 mark. Earlier, he was pitching more high 80s. So we'll see what kind of velo he's got coming into the third inning here.
Yeah, it could be a little fatigue. Could just be he didn't have his best command he had in the first couple innings, and now let's see if he just taking a little bit off of it, trying to see if he can get more strikes in the zone, make the Thunder hitters.
And that's part of it, right? You know, sacrifice some command for some force, or sacrifice some force for command, right? Especially at this level, and he's a pitcher that can usually get away with being able to hold on to both. So see what he does this inning. That one swung on and missed on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, great job by Bell there, coming out, just getting first pitch strike. Clean slate here in the bottom of the third.
Second one popped up. Coming in on it, out of right field, making the catch.
Yeah, good job by Bell there. 2 straight fastballs to Bo Wall. Attacking the zone, just making Desert Hills really hit the ball here.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of having the radar right here next to us.
Oh, yeah. We got 2 of them. We got one up top. We got one right here. Got the GoPro. We got the whole tech set up right here.
Foul away.
Another fastball there by Bell. 3 straight to open up this bottom of the third. Credit to Desert Hills in the bottom half of the second inning, getting 4 earned runs on Bell, which doubles his season total thus far.
Breaking ball stays a little too far inside. It's a 1-1 count now. Seth Wells made some defensive plays out there as well. This one popped up. It's in foul territory. He's going to get over there. Oh, not there.
Yeah.
That's a tough play to make. Cooper Bartholomew back there trying to make it.
Yeah, especially in this time of night, because you'd think that like when it's super dark or the super bright out, it would be a little bit harder to see, maybe the sun factor, maybe it's too dark, but really this is the worst time because the ball just kind of blends in with the sky, these deep skies. Clouds will help out a little bit, but really with this deep blue, it's a lot harder to tell, especially down that first base line with the lights playing a factor.
This one fouled away. Again, it's one of those things where, yeah, you're right. It's either best daytime or best in solid night, but right now with the in-between, it's not always the best for these fielders on these fly balls.
And that one came in at 91 from Bell, so just when we talked about his velo, he just pumps it up to 91 for us.
That one off speed. And, you know, for some pitchers, his off speed is 77 right there, right?
Yeah.
And for some pitchers, I'm happy to throw a 77 fastball.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, that's, I would say across the state, I mean, that could a little bit under average fastball, but there's a lot of pitchers throughout the state who would love to have a 77, 80-mile-per-hour fastball in their arsenal.
Yeah, especially when you're looking like JV level, right? Usually some of your JV pitchers are sitting around there, and that's his curveball, you know? walks him on a full count, sends Seth Wells to first.
Good at bat there by Wells. Fouls a couple pitches off, spits on a ball in the dirt, and gets on base for the Thunder.
Great game right now by the Thunder. This is the kind of ball game that you were hoping for, right? Especially against a pitcher like Bell, where, you know, he doesn't allow a lot of guys on base. He doesn't walk people. He doesn't let them come in to score. This Desert Hills team has doubled his earned run total in just one inning.
Yeah, and if you would have told Coach Cave and the Desert Hills team that they would have had 4 runs going into the bottom of the third, they would be thrilled. It'd be an ideal start for the Thunder, especially just because Bell is that good of a pitcher. I mean, we've seen it all year long, and it'll be interesting how he battles back in this really first adversity of the year.
Cut the corner there. It's a 1-1 count.
Really attacking with the fastball this inning. You can tell he's just getting in there, making the Thunder hit his fastball.
Here's the pitch. Swung on down the third base line. It's fair. That's going to send a runner over to third. They're going to tell him to hold up at third, and he does. A great double by Cooper Clough right over the third base line, sending Seth Wells over to third. Now putting 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out and bringing up Landon Musgrave.
Yeah, and the second hit, like we've seen like that in the game so far. Dixie had one in the top of the first to score their first run, and now we see one from the Thunder here in the bottom of the third. Second and third with 1 out for the Thunder, and Musgrave had the double his last at-bat into left center field. See if he can get a pair of RBIs right here for the lefty.
Well, Landon Musgrave, with that second bat, his first bat that he was using, must have got a crack in it or something, because the bright blue bat is no longer there.
No, and he immediately knew it too. Right off that swing, he knew it was broken.
Strike 1 looking.
And Dixie playing with their infield in. You see they have their middle infielders, Max Orton and I keep wanting to say Cooper. Boston Vest at shortstop playing inside.
Good hit by Musgrave. It's going to go through a gap. It sends in 1 run. The second one holds up at third, and Landon Musgrave with an RBI single.
Another great piece of hitting there by Musgrave. Hard ball up the middle, but that's where we talked about the infield being in right there. That's one where if the infield's back, I think Boston Vest can get over and make that play, but that's one where you're just betting on and sacrificing that little bit of defense to cut the runner off at home. Great piece of hitting by Musgrave right there.
So far, the only member of the Thunder squad to go 2 for 2.
And 2 hard hits too, because a lot of time in baseball, sometimes you have a bloop hit or you have an infield hit and you just have good placement, but those are 2 hard barrels he's had so far, right in the same part of the field. Good call by Coach Cave there too, not sending Cooper home after what happened last inning with Musgrave and Cooper Clough again.
Here's the pitch, it's the bunt, lays it down, tries to get the run to score, and he will. A sacrifice bunt brings in a run, and Cooper Clough will score. Corbin Thompson out at first.
Yeah, Bell thought about it there. He fielded it, but it was just too good of a bunt by Thompson right there. Got it too far down the right field line to where Bell couldn't make the play at home, and now Thunder have a 6-3 lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Spencer Wilcock coming back up to the plate. He walked his last at-bat.
Yeah, big 2-out walk for Wilcock last inning to really keep that inning alive and get some runs on the board for the Thunder.
He came all the way back around to score as well.
Because then it was his walk, then Fillmore had a walk, then Terry had his 2-out hit to bring in 2 runs.
Inside pitch, ball 1 here to Spencer Wilcock. Now the score on the board right now, 6-3, the Thunder with that lead over the Flyers. Runners on first and second, the pitch. Got it in the zone, strike 1. Or excuse me, runner on, I think I said first and second. Runner on just second. The runner first got tagged out from that bunt, sacrifice bunt. Got it in there. Good breaking ball.
Yeah,
he's got some good control over that now.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's coming on a little bit here in the third inning. It's one that he didn't have in the first couple innings, and could be why he struggled a little bit more in the first couple innings, but that was a great pitch right there. Caught the outside of the plate.
Fouled away to stay alive. Good swing of the bat there by Spencer Wilcock. The DH tonight here for the Thunder. Again, he's got Musgrave over there on second. 2 outs, count of 1 and 2. Got some contact, bobbled it. Musgrave's going to try to come around, and he'll get there easily to score. They're going to call that one an error over there on second or not?
Yeah, that one's a tough one. It wasn't hit super hard, but it was one that was just a little bit too far to the right. You try to make the sliding play, knowing Wilcock's speed, but just bounced off the glove, and it got Musgrave all the way around to score. And the Thunder, man, they're really having a dream start here off Bell. 7 runs so far, and the third inning isn't even over with arguably their hottest hitter coming to the plate, Jace Fillmore.
Yeah, it's a solid outing here for the Thunder. Again, those 7 runs have come in just the second and third innings as well. So they've been able to do something no team has been able to do against this pitcher before.
Another great block there by Ridge, keeping that one in front, keeping the runner out of scoring position with 2 outs. But Bell still struggling to find his command a little bit.
1-0 count, 2 outs. Fouled away, out of play. Makes it a 1-1 count for Jace Fillmore.
Now I think I'm glad I brought my hoodie tonight. Now that the sun's down, it's a little bit cooler.
It's starting to cool down a little bit.
Still nothing crazy. We're probably sitting here 60 degrees.
Yeah, I see 64 right now on my weather app.
But for us St. George folk, it's a little chilly, especially with the warm weather we've been having.
Yeah, it gets a little cool. We had a storm blow through yesterday, so kind of cooled things down for us again. And
really haven't ran into any weather issues so far this baseball season, though, besides the start of the year.
Not much. It hit into left center, right center. He's got some distance on it. It hits the top of the wall. It's a stand-up double. Is it going to be an RBI double? And it will be.
About 6 inches higher, and that one leaves us out of here. That hit the yellow part of the fence out there in right center, right above the bucked up sign. But great piece of hitting there by Jace Fillmore, going the other way with it. And the 8th runner comes across for the Thunder right there.
We'll send that as a bin blaster blast of the game. We'll see if it makes the final cut, but right now that one's definitely got a shot to be the final nominee.
Yeah, Thunder with 8 hits so far in the game. 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 walks drawn. Really just one of the best offensive games we've seen from the Thunder, considering who's across on the mound in Case and Bell.
Well, the big part of this right now is the confidence of it. Is Kyler Terry puts the hands out too far there, and the umpire calls him for a strike. Yeah, you consider who's on the mound. You consider that no team has been able to really do this, and the Thunder aren't the team you would really expect to be the ones to put up 8 runs across 3 innings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going into the game you wouldn't, but don't tell them that, because they had no idea. And they're out here 8 runs, playing arguably one of their best games of the year offensively, and
yeah, and they're doing a great job of it.
A lot of confidence coming into this game, you could tell.
And that's great. That's what you want to see, you know? Don't act, you never play down to your opponent, and you never play up to your opponent, right? Just play them as you'd play anybody else. Just go out there and play a hard game.
Yeah, and it's been an emotional game from the start. We had a little bit of going back and forth between the dugouts and the umpires, and now both teams are fired up for this Friday night matchup.
This one hit into right, and back on it, making the catch. And that will round out a tough 3rd inning for Dixie, but another 4-run inning for Desert Hills. So we head into the top of the 4th inning. The score 8-3. More when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant, SaintGeorgeNews.com.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Top of the fourth inning here, 8-3. Dixie trying to come back into this one. And Trace Franco is at the plate. He sends one right to second. Line drive gets underneath the glove there, and it's a solid single.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there, right? Exactly what you want to see coming after a 4-run inning from the Thunder. Back-to-back 4-run innings, down 5 runs. Can't get them all in one swing, but that's a great one to start with. Nice line drive. Tough play there for Fillmore. Makeable, but not an error by any means. That's a solid base hit there.
Yeah, you don't give Jace the error on that one. He definitely did what he could do, you know, a line drive right at you. He got a glove on it and was able to knock it down, and Musgrave able to field it after that, kept it to a single. Good command there by Titan Tate, dropping it in for strike one.
Yeah, and his off-speed pitch has been there all game. He's really just, that's kind of been his go-to pitch so far. I mean, seeing Dixie on Tuesday just mashing the fastball, it's been good to see Tate dropping it in there.
Here's the pitch outside. It's a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Levitt 1 for 1 on the game so far. Made a nice double play at the beginning of the game. First inning for the Flyers.
Another off-speed pitch outside, 2-1.
Looking back on it, that's a lot bigger play now than what we kind of thought it was right when it happened. Now seeing Desert Hills put up back-to-back 4 spots in the second and third inning, that's one that really saved a couple runs from scoring that inning.
Got in there for a strike. 2-2 count now for Logan Levitt. Want to give a U First Credit Union Region 10 update. Now, the Desert Hills softball team, they won their game. That makes them co-region champs along with Snow Canyon Warriors. So congrats to both of those programs.
Goes back to the off speed. That one gets away from him a little bit. 3-2 count here for Logan Levitt.
On the full count, fouls it away. Again, runner on first. Got to play it smart here with the count full.
Yeah, and Tate's really been going at these Dixie batters so far tonight. Only 1 walk, giving up 7 hits, but done a really good job at damage control with only 3 runs on the board so far.
This one hit down the right field line. It goes foul. Or excuse me, left field line. Man, I'm getting my directions all messed up tonight. My goodness. It's one of those nights, you know, it's a long season of baseball.
A long season. And luckily, we're about to enter the most exciting part of the year, coming to the playoffs.
That's right. That's right. We're going to have all of your playoff baseball here with us on the Fan Sports Network in partnership with KSL Sports. So make sure to stay tuned in and locked into everything we've got going here on the Fan Sports Network. We're going to be bringing you all of the 4A state baseball. Popped up. But Wall going back on it. Musgrave coming in, and Wall off the tip of the glove. He dropped it, and it's a fair ball.
No, I think it tipped off his glove, and he caught it, actually.
Yeah. Did he make that catch?
Off the tip, I think so, because it looks like Levitt is heading back to the dugout.
Yeah, he must have.
And Franco's still at first.
I just saw this umpire point like it's a fair ball, and that's all I saw, and I couldn't see whatever happened with the ball, so I'm glad you caught that.
It looked like he reached up for it, tipped off the top of his glove, but he couldn't bring it in, and I think it fell just right in his lap, brought it in. Another good play there by Wall.
That's one way to make the grab.
Yeah, he looks really good over there at first base. You can tell he plays a little bit of outfield with the way he's going back on these balls.
That's his third catch over there. We might have to give him just a defensive player of the game for Morgan Pest Control at this point. Yeah. He's made 3 of those grabs, and those are tough. You have to go back on it.
They are tough, especially with this time of night, like we were talking about the sky earlier. Still isn't quite all the way dark. It's getting there, but not quite yet.
That ball hits off the leg there of Corbin Thompson and has to kind of walk it off a little bit. It's an 0-2 count, though.
Yeah, talking about playoffs, where is the state tournament this year? I know we do the regional, super regional home sites, but then once after that point, where are we heading for state playoffs?
First couple rounds, first few days are going to be out at BYU, so they're going to be at Miller Park, and then it's going to go over to UVU after that for the finals. So the last 2 rounds, I believe, are going to be at UVU. You can get all of the exact information on dates, times, and whatnot over at uhsaa.org. Once the bracket actually comes out, you can see which teams are playing when and where. But yeah, it's going to be home sites first, and then it'll be BYU and UVU.
It's pretty cool having it at BYU. I can't remember the last time we've had the 4A tournament up there at BYU. I know we've had it at UVU a number of years, but
I don't know if it's been at BYU.
Yeah, definitely not since they've gotten their new, like, beautiful turf field up there. That'll be a great experience for all these 4A players this year.
It's a great stadium. I haven't been there in a while. This one sent right back to the pitcher. Tate lands off of his foot. It's going to be an easy single for Kaysen Bell. Sends Franco over to second, so still 1 out as we get to the top of the lineup with Braxton Yates.
There you go. Bell's 2 for 2 on the day, helping himself out a little bit on the mound.
Yeah, a couple of singles from the pitcher.
Now batting left fielder number 14, Braxton Yates.
I believe we're at 7 hits so far for Dixie, if my book's correct. Outside edge of the zone for strike 1 here to Braxton Yates.
Yeah, Yates 0 for 1 on the night. Had a great walk, came around and scored all the way for the first run of the game.
Again, the score 8-3. Desert Hills leading this one. Runners on first and second. Our stats tonight brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors.
Looks like a changeup there, just missed the zone. Good stop by Thompson back there to reach in the right-hander's batter's box and make the catch.
We thought about going on that. They say he didn't. Safe.
Yeah, and that's one that looks really good as a hitter, especially after getting that changeup right in that same area. That fastball, you'd think it's going to come kind of down like that changeup does, but it just stays up, and good job of leaving that by Yates.
2-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first and second. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. It's heading out to left field. Clough's called off. And the catch is made over there by the shortstop.
Yeah, good play there by Reed. We've seen him in a number of positions this year for the Thunder. I remember him seeing over at first base, a little bit in the outfield, now playing shortstop with the Castro out, and makes a good play there, calling off Clough in shallow left field.
That brings up Boston Vest. Hasn't had a chance to get a hit here yet tonight. Sent one out into right field, and then he had one that Bo Wall brought in over at first.
Yeah, and this would be a great spot for Boston to get his first hit.
Could send in a run.
Yeah, down 5 runs, send in a run. One ball in the gap here could easily send in 2. With 2 outs, runners will be rolling.
Great pitch again. Tate really likes throwing that curveball, that off speed right there on that first pitch, and it's been hitting the strike zone almost every time.
Yeah, and he even has his changeup working today. I've seen a couple of changeups that have fallen in there, which if you have all 3 pitches working at any level, especially high school, it bodes well for the defense and the pitchers.
That one sent to the moon and making the play over there at third base to round out the inning. Round out the top of the 4th, I should say. So with that, no runs scored from Dixie in that inning, and it'll remain 8-3 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Desert Hills Thunder coming back up to the plate when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the fourth inning here from Thunder Field. 8-3 Thunder lead this one. We got ourselves a pitching change up there on the mound as well. Just checking my roster, see if I can figure out who that is. We'll get there in just a little bit. So that's going to be Andreas out there on the mound.
So we were talking about this last inning, seeing how long Dixie would go with Bell, knowing with the tournament right around the corner, Bell is sitting at 88 pitches. That's where he'll end his day. As we have Andreas, the sophomore, coming onto the mound.
So Hagen Reed will be the one stepping up to the plate here.
And Andreas having a good year on the mound so far for the Flyers. 10 1/3 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs, 19 strikeouts. He'll look to keep the lead here at 5 for the Flyers.
That pitching change brought to you by Nets on Fire, your premier training facility for your athlete. Go visit Nets on Fire. Going to be more complex. Quick 0-2 count here to Hagen Reed.
And third straight at bat. Hagen Reed is hitting in 3-hole, but that's a third straight at bat with a first pitch curveball.
And a quick strikeout.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down there. Ideal start for Andreas right there. Starts him off with 2 breaking balls, dropping it at the bottom of the zone, and then an 87-mile-per-hour fastball from the sophomore.
So Bo Wall now stepping up to the plate. In the dirt, ball 1 here to Bo Wall. Second one swung on and missed. It's a 1-1 count.
And Andreas, the only sophomore on the staff for Dixie this year that's gotten innings at the varsity level. And you can see why. He works quick, very similar to Bell in the way they work. They just want the ball back, gets in their windup quick, and I mean, they're both sitting right around the high 80s for their fastball, great breaking balls, and you can see why the sophomore's gotten so many innings this year for the Flyers.
Here's the pitch. It's outside. Puts the count even at 2.
Not a bad pitch there with a 1-2 count. Ideally you'd want it a little bit closer to give Wall the thought of swinging, but not a bad throwaway pitch.
Fouled away. This foul ball is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. So Jake Andreas, his ERA right now 1.35, so a very solid backup they've got on the mound tonight here for the Flyers.
Good changeup in there. Sat a little up in the zone, but had a lot of movement on there, coming in at only 66 miles per hour.
Another foul ball on a full count to stay alive.
Yeah, and Wall's having a great at-bat. A lot of great at-bats from the Thunder lineup tonight. A lot of foul balls, a lot of balls in the dirt that have been laid off. Looking like a great offensive team tonight.
Another one popped up foul.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
And we've seen in the past teams get hot at the right time and make a good run in the state tournament. Who knows, maybe Desert Hills could be the team this year that kind of sneaks up on everyone and makes a run in the tournament.
And the pitch is outside. So that'll walk Bo Wall over to first. Again, the score 8-3. Thunder on top right now here in the bottom of the 4th. That 5-run lead for the Thunder is something that many teams probably wouldn't have expected them to be able to do, but the Thunder said, hey, look at us, we're going to do it anyways. Looking for a bunt. Comes across a little low in the zone for strike one.
Yeah, Wells 0 for 1 on the day, but had a walk and came around and scored back earlier in the game.
Here's the pitch. Good pitch.
Yeah, and that breaking ball is really working for Andreas right now. He's got great command. It's almost hit that same exact spot in the outside corner for every one he's thrown. Great way to get ahead on this Thunder lineup.
Swung at that one, strike 3.
And another one right there. 3 straight curveballs to send Wells back to the dugout. Great pitches there by Andreas.
So the 2 outs come from strikeouts here by Jake Andreas. Here's the pitch. And got it in there for a strike.
Yeah, 84 miles per hour right there. Sitting mid-80s. We saw him hit 87 earlier in the inning. Really not a big step down from Bell that we saw earlier in the game.
High. That's ball 1. Clough hit a double his last at bat. Hit it all the way back to the left center wall. You thought about that one, and maybe you should have taken it. Called strike 2. 2. And it's ball.
We haven't seen Desert Hills really try to run too much on Erickson tonight. I don't think we've seen.
I think we've seen one
steal attempt.
And it's because they had a runner on first and third.
Oh yeah.
Swung on, missed, strike 3. So 3 strikeouts from Andreas.
Yeah, great inning there by Andreas coming in.
Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City. So the score is 8-3. The Thunder are leading this one over the Flyers. Max Orton is going to be leading it off here for Dixie. See if they can make something happen here. He had a double his last at bat, came around to score. He's the last run to score from the Flyers as well. He was the run that made it 3.
Number 1, Max Orton.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, so yeah, we'll see what he can put up here, leading off here for the Flyers here in the 5th.
Yeah, this is the guy you want up for the Flyers. See if you can start a little rally here. Hottest hitter on the team over the season, hitting .462 coming into the day. Like you said, already has a double. It was his 6th double on the year and has a little bit of power, has a home run on the year as well.
It's a 1-1 count to start things off. First pitch called strike, second one called ball.
Another good breaking ball there. Just caught a little bit too much of that right-handed batter's box. Stayed inside.
Here's the pitch outside, 2-1.
And the game plan's been clear. It'll be interesting to see how this Flyers lineup does third time through, seeing Tate in their third at-bats. I mean, the breaking ball's been working all night, but it'll be interesting to see the adjustment they make third time through.
Got him, hit by pitch. Not happy about that one, but took it like a champ, and he'll head on over to first.
Yeah, right square in the back. Those are the ones you couldn't get out of the way of that if you tried. Right in this back.
Yeah.
See, like 3 straight breaking balls to open up the count. Went back to the fastball and just got away from him a little bit too far inside.
10, Blake Watson.
So now Blake Watson will step up. Flew out his last at bat. Again, another one of those bull wall catches. This one right down the line. Third base picks it up over to second in time. They'll get the out there and leave it there. So quick little 5-4. And that's out number one.
Yeah, good play by the Desert Hills defense. Ideally, you'd want that double play right there with a hard hit ball to third base, but where Terry's able to knock it down and get the throw over to Jace, who becomes a first baseman there playing second base. Throw takes him a little off the bag, but he stays on with that right foot and got one out. That's a play that shows a little bit of the maturity from the Thunder sophomore at second base, because that's one where it's not the best throw. You'd want to turn on that, but where he knows it's not a good throw, he doesn't try to throw the ball away, let the runner move up to second or third on that.
That one fouled away into the Thunder dugout by Ridge Erickson. And Erickson definitely, from last year to this year, you can tell he's put on some good weight, some good muscle on him. Foul away.
Yeah, Erickson, that sophomore to junior jump is usually a pretty big jump in really all sports, but especially baseball, it seems. You have usually a year of junior varsity or varsity under your belt, and you know kind of what it takes to play at the high level.
His brother on the team last year, G.J. Erickson.
Yeah, playing up at Utah State Eastern right now.
Now just a little outside. The Thunder fans definitely wanted that one to be called a strike. They thought it was maybe called strike 3, but it was right there on the outside of the zone.
Yeah, great pitch right there. That's one that could go either way. Umpire likes to call it a ball, and we move on.
Yeah, and I don't fault the umpire at all for calling that one a ball. It is kind of a toss-up there.
Mm-hmm. That's why they get paid the big bucks to make those decisions.
I don't want to be the one making that call. That one a little further outside than the last one.
Mm-hmm. Erickson has one of the 3 RBIs for Dixie. One of the 2 RBIs, but runs scored there for Ridge.
Count is set at 2 apiece. 1 out, runner on first. And that one's fouled away off the end of the bat.
And it's getting late here in this game. Top of the 5th inning. You only have 2 more at-bats after this inning, and this is where you want to really start chipping away. We've had a couple runs, few runs scored in the first 3 innings, but nothing since.
Sometimes we get a false sense of hope that this game might move a little quicker. We had 4 up and 3 downs. This one's fouled away. And then you have some of these long at-bats like this that extend the game just a little bit longer.
Yeah, both teams really competing. A lot of foul balls, a lot of deep counts. Both pitchers have been working for every pitch they've thrown, every batter they've gotten out, and the hitters are up there battling. You can tell how much this means to both of these teams.
So Erickson steps back up to the plate. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Great. Tate with only his 2nd strikeout of the night, but you'll take it.
Yeah, and talking about how much this game means, you see the emotion there from Tate right after the strikeout. A little fist pump there, big pitch right there. Now we got 2 outs in top of the 5th, 5-run lead.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, brings up Cooper Bartholomew. Again, now 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the 5th inning.
Bartholomew, one of the 3 runs scored for Dixie so far.
Check the runner at first. He's back easily. Again, for those listening on radio, a reminder that you can watch the game live over on the fansportsnetwork.com. Go find this game on the Region 10 tab and be the first one to pop up there. Thompson gets in front of that one to keep it from going to the backstop.
Yeah, both catchers, really good plays defensively so far this game. And those are the little ones that might go unnoticed throughout the game, but that's a great stop right there by Thompson. Thompson's throwing a runner out. Ridge Erickson's throwing a back pick through a runner out, and really good catching play tonight.
Hit right to third. The play over to first. He's there. He had to tag him. It was a little off the mark, but able to tag him for out number 3.
Yeah, and talk about good defensive plays. Bo Wall over there has been making every play. That one brings him off the bag a little bit, controls it, tags the batter out, and we head to the bottom of the 5th.
So with that, again, the score 8-3, and the Thunder have a chance to extend the lead here. Coming up next on the Fan Sports Network.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Landon Musgrave coming up to the plate. I want to take this moment to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Hearst Ace Hardware, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Bank, Jersey Mike's, Nets on Fire, the Donut Run, Buck Brand Beef, S&S Mechanical, and Johnson Pediatrics. Big shout out to our sponsors tonight. Musgrave looks at the first one low in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, and Musgrave having a great game so far. Has a double, has a single, RBI, 2 runs scored for the Thunder, and looks to add on to that this at bat.
That one in there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count. Now we are in that 10-run territory, but we're still quite a ways from it. So this one popped up. And making the easy catch. Coming in from third is Levitt.
Catcher number 20, Corbin Thompson.
Yeah, good play there by Levitt, running all the way back. He's playing about base high right there with Landon Musgrave being a bunt threat with the good speed and being a left-handed batter, but comes in, makes that play.
Now Jake Andreas is sitting at very few pitches right now, 22 pitches. And remember, he pitched a full inning as well as this one swung on and missed by Corbin Thompson.
Yeah, I love it. He works quick. He gets the ball, gets right back up on the mound. He's just totally controlling the box right now.
That one towards the edge of the zone, but it's called ball.
Yeah, another one of those ones that are 50-50. The way the catcher was set up, though, favors the batter right there.
About the same spot on that one. That one broke back in, but again, hits about that same spot. Continues to be a ball. 2-1 count. Again, inside. He's liking the inside right now. 3-1.
Yeah, talking about working quick. Ridge kind of takes that one, steps in front of the mound, says, hey, okay, take a deep breath, throws the hands up, throws the ball back to him right there.
This one's sent into left. It's going back. Getting back on it. And he makes the play. That's some good distance by Corbin Thompson, just not quite enough.
Yeah, good swing there by Corbin. Just got a little bit under, it looked like, and outfielders able to make the catch right there right in front of the Utah first sign out there, right on the warning track.
And that's Braxton Yates out there in the left making the play. Brings up Spencer Wilcock. Inside, ball 1. Wilcock, another one of these players tonight that he had a walk and a single. Came around to score both times. Swung on a high one there.
Yeah, and Wilcock, he's a senior. He's coming into the game with only 7 at-bats on the year, and he comes in, he's really been making his stamp on this game with a key walk and a single so far.
Another one in there for a strike. That's 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him. Looking for the S&S Mechanical strikeout, and that's the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down there for the Flyers as we go to the 6th. Stick around, a lot more action here on the Fan Sports Network, where it's 8-3, Thunder lead.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing
Fabulous
lender.
Reddies.
So it's 8-3 here, Thunder lead, but Dixie has a chance to come back here as they are hitting up that Buck brand beef batter's box. Trace Franco will be the one stepping in just a second here. Want to thank Boulevard Home, our title sponsor for tonight's game. Boulevard Home, making your house a home for over 48 years. Pitch from Tate. He loves that beginning breaking ball when he meets a first batter. Yeah, it's right there, strike one.
Almost getting deja vu again. That curveball that breaks just right on the inside part of the plate right there. I've seen it over and over again and just keeps working.
Here's the pitch. Another one. Got it. 0-2. Quick 0-2 here to Trace Franco.
Yeah, and Tate, that was his 90th pitch, so it'll be interesting to see how Coach Cave and the Thunder handles Tate out here.
Sent right over second base in the center for an easy single for Trace Franco. Getting things started early here for the Flyers.
Yeah, a little bit surprised they didn't go back to that curveball after the first two, dropping in there for Tate. Good pitches, and then that one kind of just hung over a little bit of the plate and goes right back up the middle.
Now batting number 9, Logan Levitt.
So Logan Levitt steps up. He had a single his first at-bat. Then he got thrown out on the way over to second base.
Good changeup right there by Tate. Comes back on the outside part of the plate to that right-handed batter, Logan Levitt, and cuts header again for strike one.
I don't either. I just see all the Instagram videos. I used to like it. It's like,
Pitch is outside, 1-1 count.
That's something that Tate's done a great job. That's why he's only at 92 pitches, I believe, right there going into the 6th inning, is because he's done so good at getting ahead of batters, oftentimes with that breaking ball, but that time with the changeup.
Again, runner on first, no outs. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 2.
I'd be surprised to see the runner take off for second here. You're down 5, second to last at bat for you, no outs. Let's see what the offense can do, start moving the line. If Dixie can put up a crooked number right here on the scoreboard, bring that lead within 3, you like their odds going into the last inning. It's a lot better than 5, that's for sure.
Another one low. And right now with Tate, he's got to be getting a little fatigued up there. He's got a 3-1 count. At this point, just let him walk you to second. You don't need to try to take off. Then you're in a tough predicament as a coach too, right? Because you are down by 5 with 2 more innings left. You need to be aggressive, but not to the point where you're ruining your chances.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat here for Tate, 3-2. You know he wants to start. You know he wants to finish at least this inning off. This is his game, senior night. But, you know, you got to be smart, too. You have an 8-3 lead. You've done your job. You've been doing really well throughout the whole night. Really have settled in here in the last few innings, and it's a big pitch right here for Tate.
On the 8-3, it's outside. So he'll walk him over to first and sends Trace Franco to second. With no outs on the board, the Flyers are in a good position to make some stuff happen.
Yeah, you can't see down there in the Thunder bullpen. I'm not sure if they have anyone going up right now. I'd imagine with Tate being over 90 pitches.
Jake Andreas.
whether it's someone like Kyler Terry or coming in from the field, or if it's someone that they have in the bullpen right now getting warmed up. I'm not sure, but I'd imagine with two guys on, no outs here.
First pitch drops in for a strike. Over in Hurricane, it's the top of the 5th inning. This update brought to you by You First Credit Union. 8-1, Crimson Cliffs on top over Hurricane. They're currently up to bat right now. Fouled away. 0-2 count now.
Good job of Tate getting ahead again.
This is Kaysen Bell up to bat right now.
Yeah, 2 for 2 so far on the night. Having a great day at the plate.
A couple of singles. That's what you want from your pitcher. He doesn't need to go crazy. Swung on, missed that one, but it goes to the backstop, so he's going to find his way over to first base anyways.
The batter will be out on that one, though, because with the drop third strike, the bases were already occupied, and so with that, the runner isn't allowed to advance to first, but the runners on first and second do move up to second and third right there.
Correct.
So we got one out here with second and third, and back to the top of the lineup with Yates.
But again, now that is, as you mentioned, with the runner on second and third, scoring position for both of those guys when you hit the better part of your lineup here for Dixie. And I would assume a couple runs here, maybe would end up in a pitching change, as Yates wanted to send that one across the wall, but he missed on it. It's an 0-1.
And I think going back, I think that was Andreas actually up to bat instead of Bell, because he came in to pitch. And so I'm pretty sure, I think Andreas was that up to bat that had that strikeout. I believe so.
It very well could have been. Both righties. This one hit well over to left field line. It's going to go just foul. Diving Cooper Clough. Did he make the grab? He does. Hey.
What a grab by Cooper Clough over there. Great diving effort. Full layout in the foul territory. Gets up. The runner does score from third base, but a great play there by Cooper Clough.
You almost have to sacrifice that out for the run right there, because it's now 2 outs. And a big layout from Cooper Clough.
Yeah, and I think that's one, especially second and third, 1 out, that's one where you definitely give up the out, or you give up the run to take the out. 2 outs now. You have Tate probably coming up on his last batter if he can get Boston Vest out right here. Or if he gets him on, we'll see what Coach Cave decides to do, but great play there by Cooper Clough.
That's also one of those up there for our Morgan Pest Control defensive plays of the game.
Good pitch right there, just misses a little bit low. Starts off 1-0 on Vest. Vest 0 for 3 so far. This is where he's due. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Fourth at bat on Tate.
Lets that one go high on him. It's 2-0. 2 outs, runner on second. 1 run has come in to score this inning. It's 8-4, Thunder lead. Outside, 3-0 count.
To give Boston the green light here, 3-0, 2 outs, guy on second. You know he's a dangerous hitter, but you also are chasing 4. So you know, this may be one where you give him the take sign. What are you doing?
I would maybe let him swing at it. It's, you know, he's one of the better hitters. He'll let that one go by, though. Instead, it's a 3-1. And that might have been one to let go by, though. It had a little movement on it.
Yeah.
So.
And that's one where you're up 3-0. It has to be your perfect pitch right there as a hitter.
And it was high and outside a little bit, right on that top corner. Inside, he'll take that one, ball 4.
And it looks like Coach Cave's making his way out. We'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised right now. He's at 106. This is definitely time for him to rest up that arm. You got the playoffs coming up here shortly, so call it a solid day. You only allowed 4 runs in.
Yeah, great outing right there by Tate. I mean, comes in, gives up 3 runs in the first couple innings, and now walks off 6 inning, 6 2/3, only 4 runs against a solid Dixie lineup. Obviously, he'd like to have that last batter back, hopefully trying to finish off the inning, but great.
Is not sure who's quite on the mound there yet, but we'll Let's take a minute break anyways, and we will be back after the pitching change here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
It's a clean can.
Ask any mom how much they love hosting a kid's birthday party and... well, you get the idea. But now, Kip says you bring the kids and the cake and they'll do the rest.
Who's Kip?
I'm glad you asked. Kip is the mascot of House of Jump, and he offers trampolines, dodgeball, and arcade games. Pizza, drinks, and decorations are included, so visit houseofjump.com to customize your birthday package. houseofjump.com. Use discount code PARTY for 20% off. houseofjump.com.
Welcome back in. Pitching change brought to you by Nets on Fire, premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. Go to netsonfire.org. Case and Turner on the man now here for the Thunder. First pitch caught. That'll be an easy out, and we'll round out the inning there as Max Orton sends it right back over to second base on an easy little pop fly.
The ideal situation for Turner right there. Come in, first pitch, runs it in on his hands, pop up to the second baseman, and you're out of the inning.
Only one run allowed there in the sixth inning, so you'll take that. So it's 4-8 as we now head into the bottom of the sixth. So quick minute break again. We'll be back after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains away. Member FDIC, equal
Right in
housing.
front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the sixth inning. Desert Hill stepping up to the plate. It's Jace Fillmore back to the top of the lineup again, and he takes that first pitch for a strike.
Yeah, good breaking ball there by Andreas, starting off Fillmore. Get ahead right there. 0-1.
Takes the next one as well. Quick 0-2 start.
Thunder looked to add a couple of insurance runs on here. You'd think you'd feel comfortable with a 4-run lead, but you never know what can happen, especially in these region matchups once it gets down to the last inning.
No, especially, you know, with what Dixie can do up there at the plate. And I know they, you know, Desert Hills has a chance to try to extend it a little bit more here, but so far, Jake Andreas has been a bit of an ace right now for the Flyers.
Yeah, he's been dealing. I mean, only a sophomore. He looks a lot older than what his age would show. I mean, coming in here, really have shut down the Thunder ever since he got in the game.
He's He's worked this count full, though. It's now 3-2 for Jace Fillmore.
Yeah, a couple of sophomores going at it. You can tell the region's going to be in good hands far past this year.
Who got him looking right on the corner of the zone. Fillmore not too happy about it.
Another good breaking ball there by Andreas.
That's an S&S Mechanical strikeout. You can call S&S Mechanical for your spring AC tune-up. I know that this time of year, normally, you would have already kicked on that AC a long time ago, but we've had a little bit of a milder spring, so make sure you call the guys in S&S Mechanical. Make sure it's ready to go for the summer. Swung on and tipped away.
Terry having a good senior night for himself. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, and potentially the Bin Blasters blast of the game with that 2 RBI hit he had early on in the game.
It was about 2 feet away from being a home run, maybe even less. I mean, it might have hit 6 inches. Who knows? Right at the top of the wall. So solid hit there to get the Thunder rolling. It's a quick 2-1 count now.
This is a great sign for Dixie. Even though you are still down 4 runs, you have Andreas who comes up here and is absolutely dealing against this Thunder lineup, who really has been hit Case and Bell around all night. And so having him come in, especially with this tournament where you have to have a lot of pitchers to make a run, it's great to see a guy like this, Andreas, who isn't a starter for those two, for Dixie, as you have Yates and Bell, but this is a guy who could be a 3rd game starter for the Flyers as he strikes out Terry.
Another strikeout looking.
Now hitting number 24, Hagen Reed.
Another S&S Mechanical strikeout. He already has, count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. Of those 6, only 2 of them swinging.
Yeah, and they've thrown first pitch off speed to Hagen all 3 of his at-bats. I wouldn't be surprised to see it again here as he throws as they go fastball inside.
Yeah, fastball
right
inside.
When I say that.
Throws the bat out on it and sends a foul. Quick 0-1 count.
Reed, another sophomore that's been standing out for the Thunder this year, hitting in the 3 hole.
Ooh, did he pull his hands on it? They say he was safe. 1-1.
Reed 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk so far today.
And he swung on, missed that one. 1-2 count.
That swing was ready to go hit those solar panels up there in left field on that house. That's the one he wanted that one back. I promise you that.
Oh yeah. Outside, counts 2. Fouled away. Outside, he's worked the count full.
Just misses there again, working around the zone. Hagen Reed's done a great job of getting into deep counts so far tonight. I mean, I would say this is his 2nd or 3rd at bat with a full count.
And swung on, missed. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts. Bringing up Dixie again, top of the 7th. Coming up here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
The Thunder look to put this one away. It's 8-4 here in the 7th inning as we start off things with Blake Watson going to be coming up to the plate here shortly. They were able to get 1 run across in the 6th, but if they want a chance here, they got to get 4 more.
Great scoop again, really just manning down the first base. Interesting decision right there to go with the bunt. I mean, things haven't been working out. Try to switch up the momentum a little bit, but with 1 out, you're down 4 runs in the last. That's the ones that just gets right there and that down the left field line, and it's all you need right now if you're Dixie.
They're just barely at the end, and so if you're watching the stream, I believe that might have cut out on us a little bit. Radio cut out for a second, but we're back here. We'll wrap things up here. Again, an 8-4 win for the Desert Hills Thunder over the Dixie Fly.
I think Jace Fillmore, he had that ball that just hit the top of the yellow in the fence. Hits the very top, almost gets out, brings in 2 runs. Great swing by Jace right there. Had a great night overall, Jace Fillmore did. I would have to say maybe that play was a good one. Just a lot of good plays all over the field for the Desert Hills. Bo Wall over at first base really holding the fort down. Had a couple good picks, saved some ground ball outs. Also made 3 or 4 great catches out there in foul territory over his head and fair territory. Saved a lot of hits tonight for the Thunder.
Absolutely. Well, I believe that'll be it from us here over at Thunder Field. I mean, that kind of wraps things up for us, and we appreciate you joining us on the game. It's been a fun one tonight. Desert Hills, they get the win 8-4. So any last thoughts on this one, Jackson?
Oh man, I'm excited for playoffs. It fires me up. I know we got the regional home sites next week, and it'll be fun to see, but excited to get up to BYU, see which team decides to make a run. It could be a turning point for both these teams. It could be good for Dixie to see, what they do with this adversity, drop in the last game, but also for Desert Hills, see if they can ride this momentum. It'll be a fun playoffs.
For sure. All right, well, that's it from all of us over here at Desert Hills High School. Final score, 8-4, Thunder win. So have a good evening, everybody, as we round things out here, and we'll be with you for the playoffs coming up next week. Have a good one.